Hello guys, welcome back to my channel, or hello if you're new. Thank you so much for being here. I am back after a week off. I definitely can tell that because I keep having to refilm this intro. One, because I keep forgetting what I'm saying, and two, because the dog keeps making noises. So yeah, I'm back after a week off. I had a bit of a health flare up. For those of you who don't know, I have some chronic illnesses which make life a little bit different for me, and I really just needed to take the week off to look after myself more than I normally would last week. I have to do things a little bit differently. Puppy is needing attention, typical, right as I start filming. But yeah, it's good to be back in the office. I'm still not feeling tip-top, but I'm definitely better than I have been, and I'm glad that I took last week off because I'm feeling much more positive and ready to pick up the camera, and I just feel like my content's going to be a bit better because I'm a bit more myself. This week's plan is firstly to get some orders packed, one of which I've already done off camera because it needed to go quite quickly, so that's been done, and I have a few more that I can pack in a bit. I've also, Odin's ball just flew. I've also prepped a few things for orders, so I've got some Pekka cards going out. I've also had to reprint, everything's Pekka themed, that's redone, Pekka bookmarks and also some Pekka stickers that I need to brave the cricket with, but I'm going to do that tomorrow. So I think I'm going to get the cards folded and the bookmarks cut out ready for me to finish doing orders tomorrow. And I've also been putting together a prompt jar. So on my Instagram I put up a, you know, those question boxes where people can write things in. I basically said, can you leave me prompts for things to draw? So I wanted things that kind of sparked my creativity, in like the sense of, rather than deciding something exactly to draw or someone telling me something exactly to draw, I can pick up like 2 of these and my brain can go and create something, if that makes sense, because it just gives me that bit more of creative freedom. So let me do an example. So if I give these a little shake, this is a old candle jar. It does have a lid as well. So I've just picked up 2, and I've got hedgehog. Again, I'm not going to do this right now because I'm not in the mood to doodle. And red panda. Now, I probably would choose another, so let's pop this one back in and take another. Because it doesn't have to be, you know, if you're not happy with the first 2 you choose, you don't have to do that. There's no rules. Here you go. So we've got hedgehog and picnic. So that gives me the creativity to draw that however I wish. It's not, doesn't have to be like direct, it can be just however my brain makes it, if that makes sense. So I've got that, and I'm just filling it out with little prompts and just like suggestions and things. So there's a few in there, and it's basically just going to be used when I don't know what to draw and I want to do something a little bit fun and different, and it should just help me draw more this year without there being the pressure of it becoming a product, because that's something I do struggle with sometimes, that everything I create has to bring money to my shop, things like that. So it's just something I want to work on, and the more I draw the better I'll get and the more I'll learn and things like that. So that's really important to me, and I thought this was a perfect way to do it. But yeah, that's this week's plan. I also need to sit and sort through all of these pins because I did 100 and they went off to that magazine. If you watched my previous vlogs you would have heard me talk about that, and I didn't do any more after that. So for an update, for those of you who don't know, my manufacturer didn't pop through the metal. Thankfully it's very thin and I can do it myself. It's just a bit time consuming. I did get a bit of compensation for it. Oh gosh, you can tell I haven't filmed in a while, I cannot speak. But yeah, so that's kind of this week's plan. Pack some orders, maybe do a prompt drawing and sort my pins. Just kind of taking it easy, being kind to myself, especially after being poorly, and I have to do things a little bit differently as a person who has chronic illness anyway. But yeah, thank you so much for being here. I really appreciate it, and let's get into the work week. I have just finished braving the Cricut machine, as you would have seen, but thankfully it's been very, very kind to me, and I have a little pile of, what are these ones? There is good in every day, you just need to find it stickers. So it's Pekka with the rainbow and then pot of gold. Well, pot of coal with pieces of gold. It's all about finding the good things, no matter how little they might be, because we need to appreciate those things to get through life a lot of the time. So I've got a little pile of those. I'm really happy with that. And yesterday I didn't record it because I really don't know if it's going to be the best footage, but I did about 10 of the enamel pins. So I'll explain to you kind of what's going on with these for those of you that are new. This is my Every Step is Growth pin, and as you can see on here, there are like pieces of metal, like recessed metal in between these flowers that aren't meant to be there, so that there's no gaps on the back, or if there are, some of them have been done perfectly, some of them not at all. So I've had to sit down and kind of go through them so that they become like this. Hopefully that focuses. Can you see like the back here? There's actually gaps, so if you put the two next to each other, oh, wrong way, there you go, you can kind of see the difference. But yeah, so I've been sitting sorting those, getting through them little by little. I'm not going to sit and do all 150 at once. I'm going to kind of do 10 to 20. When that starts to kind of come down a bit, I'll do some more, because it's going to take me hours and hours to sort them, and I know once they're done, but it's just time consuming and tiring. But I do have like a, what do you call it, like a, what are they called, scalpel? I think it's like a scalpel kind of thing, X-Acto knife, something like that, and like a stabby stick, and that's what I've been basically pushing through the metal and then kind of filing the rest off, and they're coming out really nicely. That's what I did yesterday. Just kind of did it while watching a movie and just took it easy. And then yeah, I decided to brave the Cricut machine today because I had to tidy all of this part of the desk. You wouldn't have seen, but I've basically been collecting parcels, and that's where I'd been throwing all of my rubbish, forgetting that I have to get to the Cricut machine there, because I don't use it often anymore, because I just restock stickers when I need to. I used to use it every time I got an order basically, whereas now I restock quite a few. I don't need to use the sticker machine for ages, and then I forget that sometimes I do need to use it. So yeah, I'm gonna pack those orders now. I'm gonna get on and do it because everything is ready to go. So yeah, let's pack the orders. Hello guys, I haven't really picked up the camera that much because I've basically just been doing my pins. I've done them all though. There is 150 pins here. Well, just under, because there's a couple of seconds, but this is heavy. But I've done them all. It has taken me hours, but it's been very worth it. Just to see them all kind of done and ready to go, it's just the best feeling. Although, I did do a boo-boo. I hurt my finger. It hurt a lot. I literally had been thinking to myself, oh, I'm amazed at myself how I didn't hurt myself while doing this. I stopped for a bit because I was getting quite tired and I was like, I'll just take a break and come back to it in a minute. I've only got 20 left. Came back to it. The first one I picked up, I decided to put in a slightly different place than I normally would because I thought it might help. My finger was underneath as I went through and I stabbed myself. So that's great, but it doesn't hurt anymore. But it's just typical, isn't it? You know, when you think you've kind of got away with something and then you ruin it by thinking that you've got away with it. But anyway, doggy is come for attention, of course, as soon as I'm talking. Hey, he's literally sat underneath the tripod. I actually had an order for a pin come in last night, so I'm gonna packed up in a minute. I'm not going to film it because, oh, that was a question I wanted to ask you guys actually. When I do like packing segments and things, do you prefer like longer kind of bit by bit packing, so like really kind of in-depth packing of how I'm doing everything, how I'm putting things in the box, how I'm wrapping things up? Sorry, my hands are moving a lot. Or do you prefer kind of quick, let's get on to the next thing? I personally quite like longer packing segments, but of course if it's not your favorite thing, then please let me know and I can kind of change it a little bit. I'm so sorry, the dog is moving the camera. He's so obsessed with this plaster, he just wants to eat it, I think. But yeah, please let me know in the comments what you think about packing segments, and I don't know, like, I'm trying my best to kind of give a bit of everything and just kind of film what I want to film and film what I love filming. I'm kind of going that way as much as I can and just doing it, like doing what I enjoy, because that will bring, like, keep my love going for filming the studio vlog. So yeah, just let me know. But yeah, I'm not sure what my plan is for the rest of the week. Of course you will see what the plan is, but for now I'm just gonna take a well-deserved break from the pins because my gosh, that took ages. Hello guys, welcome to my Friday. I've actually popped you up in the packaging cart because I needed a different angle and I didn't want to be holding the camera like this because it really hurts your arm after a while when you've got to chat about a few different things. I've been really struggling with kind of what to share with you this week. In fact, I feel like I felt like that the last month, maybe 2 months. Like, I just feel like I either have too many ideas and don't know what to do with them, or none at all, and I don't know where to spend my money on new products. Like, I'm finding it really hard to work out where and when I'm doing things. But of course I want to be honest with that because I'm sure some of you feel like that sometimes, or maybe if you're wanting to start a small business journey, this will give you an insight to how you can feel sometimes and how it's totally okay to feel that way. But I got my sketchbook out. This is my little sketchbook that I very rarely use, and I just did, like, literally I have stuff in here from when I first started the business, like when I created my Humblebee. Oh my goodness, looking back on these I'm like, what was I thinking? But I got the sweetest design from this idea. Anyway, I'm getting off track. My sketchbook isn't the most pretty, it is very random, but a while ago I made some memo pads. You might have been here when I made these. They are just peel off sheets of paper that you can like write on, or if you do journaling or, oh my goodness, what's going on with my hair, journaling or scrapbooking, you can attach those into that. I don't know why my brain couldn't think about what I was doing, but I really loved making these, and yes, it's quite time consuming, and they're, you know, they're not the cheapest things in the world because they take me quite a long time to put together. But I really thought it'd be nice to introduce a couple more designs to the shop. It's quite hard creating memo pads because I want to make sure that there's like enough space to write, and it's just a convenient size for people to use. I came up with a couple of sketches. I'm actually thinking of maybe making a few mini square ones. Let me just check these will fit in there. Yeah, they do. Some like mini square ones. So this is a design I made. Let me show you. So this is a design I made for like my little thank you notes, but I thought that could be repurposed as something that people could maybe buy. And I'd love to do like a little daisy, like some tiny little daisies as well, because I'm really into daisies at the moment. Anything with daisies on it I just want to buy. I also have this lovely, I'm going to move the camera by doing this, daisy cushion that sits on my chair. I don't know why it's there at the moment, but it's there. And it just makes me happy, and obviously it's yellow in the middle, so I was thinking, what can I do with those things that are making me happy at the moment? So I thought 2 square designs for some memo pads. I don't know how long these are going to take me to do. Maybe a little strawberry. I thought that could be cute because I did redraw a strawberry quite a while ago, and it's kind of just sat in Procreate not doing anything. So I was thinking maybe I could use that design for that. And also a little daisy one. Of course I did start with, I don't know how well you can see this on camera, but I did start, there we go, with this, but that's really impractical when it comes to writing. So I think we're going to go for more of this shape of daisy, but I'll play around. But like a little strawberry, I did have a few like donuts and mushroom, but I was just trying to work out what would work best, I suppose. So that's what I'm going to do now. I'm going to do a few little mock-ups in Procreate. I don't think I'm going to get them, like start printing and cutting them this week. I think I might make that a next week's job, so I can show you guys how I make them and how I kind of bring it all together. But yeah, hopefully this will get my creativity going, and maybe it will encourage me to lead on to some sort of shop drop, and without that pressure of everything having to kind of go together. Like maybe I should just do a little fun shop drop of random things I've maybe wanted to do for a little while and never done, because sometimes my collections are like themed and everything kind of goes along with the same thing. But maybe I need to be a bit more kind to myself and have a bit more of a creative shop update and loads of random things that just make me happy. So I think that's the plan. Yeah, so I'm going to stop talking now because I'm looking at the time thinking, wow, what the hell are we talking for ages? Let's get on. So my tripod is hating on me right now. I think I might have to get a new small one because one of the legs has like popped out, and when I pop it back in it doesn't hold up like it used to, like it's actually moving already, as you would have seen. But we're actually having a bit of a storm in the UK at the moment, and I think a power cut might be coming. So I am low on battery. I'm going to reserve that battery. Well, I don't want to like not be able to finish the vlog because my camera's died and the power's gone for ages. Do you know what I mean? So I have got fairly far with a new little memo pad design. It's very simple, but I think it could be really, really cute. So I'm going to call that the end of a studio vlog. Next week we should have some memo pad making. I'm so sorry about this angle. I feel like it's the worst angle I've ever had for a vlog. In fact, let me just turn you round and hold you while I end this, and my hair is crazy. That should be fun next week. I feel very excited to get on with something new, and yeah, it should be really fun. So thank you so much for watching this week's vlog. It feels so nice to be back and vlogging again. I'm definitely feeling better. Still taking it easy, but I do feel better. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. I wish you the loveliest day, and I will speak to you next week. Bye. Say bye, Odie. Oh.